Take a good look in the mirror. Do you like what you see? I'm not just talking about being too fat, too skinny, bald, or gray. I'm talking about that nagging feeling, that knowledge of what you could have been. Did you know 87% of people on this planet hate what they do for a living? Are you one of them? I know a 28-year-old kid who's worth $125 million. What were you doing at 28? Think about it. I only have 3 regrets in my entire life. First, I'm a combat-trained Army officer who never saw combat. That's just how it played out during the Vietnam War. Second, I yelled at my mother the day before she died. I told her she wasn't sick, that she wasn't going to die. The next morning, she was gone. And third, my biggest regret is that I didn't set my goals high enough. It's not because I missed my son's soccer game or my daughter's prom. That's all rubbish. When you're on your deathbed, you won't be whispering about missed proms. You'll whisper about the things you didn't do. The could have, would have, should haves, those are the real regrets. I live by a simple motto. I will do whatever it takes. And when I say whatever it takes, I mean it. If you want to stand on top of the Olympic podium, I know how to get you there. Not for a bronze medal, not for a silver, but for the gold. If you're not aiming for gold, don't waste my time. Now let's talk about your circle. Show me your friends, and I will show you your future. It's that simple. Do you think Bill Gates just hangs out? Did Steve Jobs, who I knew, just chill? Does Warren Buffett or Elon Musk just hang? Absolutely not. Ask yourself this question. Would you want your children to grow up to be just like your 2 best friends? Probably not. Would you even want your children to be like you? If the answer is no, then why aren't you doing anything about it? If I were to judge you based on the people you hang out with, what would I see? If you hang out with monkeys, your life becomes a circus. And let me tell you, with the greatest respect, life is not a Barnum and Bailey circus. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that starts with how you look. You know how I look, and I know how I look. The second impression is when you open your mouth. Most people, with all due respect, can't speak properly. They stutter, mumble, sweat. The list goes on. So what's the solution? You need to go where the people you want to be like are. My entire philosophy is built on mentorship. Find someone who is where you want to be in 20 or 30 years and go to them. In my 50-year career, I was drawn to very famous, very wealthy people. I went after them, not for money, but just for the chance to talk to them, to absorb their wisdom. Today, people are afraid to do that, but you can't stop trying. We've had mentees get through to Bill Gates. If you wanted to be a world-class athlete, you'd find a world-class coach, right? It's the same principle. Back in the 90s, kids were looking towards the future. Now I visit schools and all they want to do is chill and play video games. Let me tell you about my upbringing. For every beating I got from my dad, I probably deserved 20 more because he only caught me a fraction of the time. If the nuns caught me, they beat me. If the priests caught me, they beat me. Then my dad would come home and beat me again because he felt they hadn't beaten me enough. Your self-esteem is built in the first 7 or 8 years of your life. Who are you around during that time? Mom, maybe dad, an older sibling, an uncle, a grandmother. With all due respect, what do they know about building high self-esteem? We knew our parents told us crap. We listened, mostly out of politeness, or in my case, out of fear. But now, when a dad tells his son or daughter something, they just dismiss it as rubbish. Think about this, 20 years from now. When the greatest transformation of wealth in history has occurred, what are you going to tell your children and grandchildren? When they ask, Grandpa, Dad, what were you doing during that time? What will you say? That you had your thumb up your ass? That you were just sitting around doing nothing? If you want to build self-esteem, you have to be around people who have high self-esteem. Now, it's not likely that Elon Musk or Warren Buffett is going to have coffee with you. I get that, but you have to start somewhere. Self-esteem is a form of self-confidence, of self-awareness. It's the one thing most of our parents knew the least about giving us. And when I hear parents say, I didn't know any better, I just did what my parents did to me, I have to call them out. Did is the operative word. That's not a teaching structure. That's just repeating a cycle. Most parents aren't equipped to raise high-performance kids. You have to break that mold. Stop wasting your life. Go out and get what you deserve. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more.